Alright, here we are. More of Dragon Ball Sunday videos. And we're back with MasakoX. What if Bulma trained like Goku? I believe this is part 4. We did part 1 through 3 already. And I'm loving it beyond measure. Please make sure to support him. If you want to, have these keep on going. From what I see, he's really been doing a lot about Dragon Ball, and I definitely got to catch up on it now that we're doing Dragon Ball Sunday stuff. So without further ado, let's have a look at this. Let's see what's gonna happen next.
Hipple have no fury than a giant robot.
Hold on.
Hipple have no fury than a giant robot storm. Hey guys, MasakoX here. One of the best things to have come out of the channel, in terms of fan interaction at least, and general narrative inspiration, has been that of the What If Roundtable live streams. These are my weekly streams where myself, Haverock, and Sophie B come together to muse about what if ideas that you yourself have in mind and wish to hear our thoughts on, while supporting the channel at the same time and ensuring that we may be able to continue to be giant nerds for years to come. You can check these out usually on a Thursday or Friday afternoon Eastern, so be sure to click the notification bell for this channel to be up to date. Now, one idea that got action from these streams is our subject for the day, and it's one that got me really excited and keen to make more of, as well as started in general. I was asked by Dole Comics on Twitter to use the idea about Bulma joining the Dragon Team directly, instead of simply being the tech support. That's good and all, but it could have done with something intrinsically more Bulma-esque. She wouldn't have just become a fighter, plain and simple. She would have used her intellect in conjunction with new strength, and thusly, we would get the additional comments from the round table, and then pose the question which has become one of my favourite what-ifs as of late. What if Bulma trained like Goku? Like I said, it would be right if Bulma just became strong and didn't use her intelligence and application of engineering to help accentuate her growing powers and physical gains. With the advent of technology at her disposal, as well as preventing Red Ribbon Army from dominating the market on Earth and ensuring the monopoly of the capital crew for generations, Bulma was able to use Pit to amplify her power and then eventually make a suit that could act as an exoskeleton of sorts to push her powers even further. But having said that, it wasn't a straightforward turnkey operation. It had its issues, including some that seemed totally obvious or silly to not think about. But the road to success is always paved with stumbling blocks, and thusly, it made things seem a little more organic, rather than just making Bulma's suit perfect from the start, a total Mary Sue. In the last part,
Yeah, we don't want that.
Use the technology from the same pod, and then later
You don't want no Mary Sues.
kickstart her latest development, which were vital since the Saiyans of Vegeta and Nappa were on their way to Earth to see what a course they're coming to fall. But our heroes aren't aware of this back in the previous part. Now, before we continue, I just wish to point out that our holiday apparel design of Rancho Papa is fast approaching its end. You have until December 20 to get your orders in before this design is gone for good. So be quick. Go to masako.cc/xmas19 to get your stuff. Thank you for your time, and now, let's get to the content. So with the new status quo set laying, Captain Court is a pretty busy place to be. With Goku and Yamcha training with each other, Bulma is locked into a recent spurt of creative endeavors. Her suit of armor is being augmented and enhanced with new innovations left, right, and center, thanks to the Saiyan pod, and the armor she then quickly remembered to pick up. Yes, I did make comments about not including that, so thank you people out there for that potential oversight. Raditz' armor was interesting. It was stronger than her own armor, but was completely flexible and stretchy, unlike her more solid and metallic suit. Perhaps she could make some kind of composite material from this, something that was stronger than any Earth-made material, but also allowed for even more movement and flexibility, and was less cumbersome. And not to mention make her look good in it. It's the complete package. There's the propulsion system, the ability to withstand heat from re-entry into atmospheres, stasis capabilities. It was all here for Bulma to get grips with. But this wasn't the only thing that she would choose to innovate. One day, when Bulma, Goku, and Yamcha had finished training with the engineer then cooling off before going back to tinkering with toys, they all get a sudden buzz from Kami about something major about to happen, and that they need to report to the lookout at once. Bulma is a little uneasy since her new rockets on the suit hadn't been tested yet, but she needs to test them eventually, so no time like the present. Kami informs everybody that two beings with great power are heading to Earth. They resemble the aura of the Saiyans that they just fought. Bulma is shocked that there are more of them, but isn't too frightened. In fact, this has given her an idea. As for the others, Kami has an idea that could work. He offers to take Goku to King Kai's place in the other world to train. But the Saiyan says that he doesn't feel comfortable going on his own unless Yamcha tags along, after having got used to and quite like training with Yamcha again. Also, Goku doesn't have a place to go, so he's got nothing better to do and nowhere else to be. Yamcha then turns to Bulma. "You want to tag along, babe? Sounds like you could really benefit from this." Bulma thinks for a moment and declines, which surprises everybody. Kami sighs, but accepts her decision. As for the others, they will train on the lookout as much as they can, like in the original. Meanwhile, Piccolo is able to listen in to the whole thing go down and decides that maybe world domination can wait for now, since there are now two more Saiyans coming that may thwart his plans to take over the world or do what he wants. So let's get those interlopers out of the way before then going back to his original plan. The training that happens between him and Gohan then occurs like it does in the regular timeline. As Goku and Yamcha head on down Snake Way, Bulma heads back to the factory and decides to think big. If Goku is a Saiyan, then maybe the things that happened to him in the past could happen to these new Saiyans too. They might be able to turn into giant monkeys like Goku did back in the day. If so, then a regular suit might not be enough to offer brute force, no matter how powerful it gets. Perhaps there's a way to negate it. Dr. Briefs walks in and tells Bulma that her favorite sci-fi show is about to start on TV. She could do with a break for sure, and as she watches her weekly fix of action and superheroes, she gets the idea that she had been looking for. And as soon as she sees it, she then rushes back to the laboratory, startling her father in the process, and proceeds to lock herself away for weeks, whilst also training physically by herself. She's definitely gotten much more muscly, and she starts to focus on her core strength, and certain gestures and control schemes. Months pass, and our different fighters are busy doing their thing. Goku and Yamcha have mastered the art of the Kaioken, with Goku then going even further to learn the Spirit Bomb, which amazes the Surfer Dude martial artist. The gang at Kami's Lookout haven't gained that much in comparison, but has still come on leaps and bounds since when they started, and even the duo Piccolo and Gohan have been able to get some good games. And as for Bulma, she's just about finished her project, and has primed it just in case something major happens. Now when it comes to her regular suit, it has seen some advances too. It is now much more sculpted to a frame, with less rigid joints that connect each piece, and it can now withstand pretty much anything that the Capsule Corp R&D department can throw at it. It is also waterproof for those who were watching the previous episode. As for the multiplier, it is now one that equates to a 6 times multiplier sustained instead of the 3.51 sustained from the previous generation. She had also trained on her own, which makes her power level without the suit a maximum of about 500.
So that's equivalent to her base form. So because the suit I would say, since it said like that, is a power booster. So yeah, her regular self is her base form. So yeah, that would make sense.
For what she was a year ago.
Yeah.
All this thanks to a newfound vigor and enthusiasm, something that she hadn't felt in years. Bulma isn't too worried with her suit's lack of major increases in overall multiplier addition, but she hadn't really been fully paying attention to her suit outright, to be fair. I mean, she was keen, but not that keen. She was busy with her Plan B, which felt much more capable as being the ultimate last resort in case the monkeys pulled the fast one and grew big. Kami then tells Bulma to report to the lookout, telling her that Goku and Yamcha are on their way back from training supposedly, and that Saiyans are just hours away from arriving. It's best to get briefed up. Bulma suits up and reports to the lookout with her new rocket boost working perfectly, speeding her towards the destination at twice the speed of sound. It's pretty gnarly, to say the least.
Sweet.
Something that makes her giggle with mirth and excitement. She did this. She made the most powerful device on the planet. When she arrives, the gang are pleased to see her, but are a little disappointed that her power level isn't that big. Not even in the thousands, which the others have been able to do. Bulma then just sighs and tells them that they keep forgetting that they can't sense the suit's energy output. She will prove how good her powers are on the battlefield. But there's a problem.
Hey, Kami, when did you say the Saiyans would get here?
In 2 hours. Why?
2? Oh, I thought you said more than that.
Kami then looks shocked and turns away to carry on the conversation in private. Now, once the call ends, Kami resumes his composure and calmly states that Goku and Yamcha won't be getting here until after the Saiyans arrive because Goku forgot the time. The Earthlings are on their own.
Goku, you idiot!
Bulma punches the floor of the lookout, leaving a noticeable crater and explosion in her wake. The gang are left stunned. So yeah, that's the power of the suit, huh? Not bad. Sure enough, Nappa and Vegeta are here, and the gang managed to intercept them as the two of them were heading for Piccolo and Gohan's location, the Namekian having had the highest power level that was on the planet, that was recognizable by the Scouters. With the group of them, Bulma, Krillin, Chaozu and Tenshinhan, the gang just about congregate before the elites show up. Piccolo looks to Bulma and comments about why she hadn't come to rescue Gohan before now. She then says that she had kept an eye on them with a scouter that she'd nabbed from Raditz and had now integrated into her headpiece.
See what I'm talking about? Bulma could have did that. Bulma could have did that in in the story. Fixing the scouter so that it can detect other people and where they are, like, bro. Plus, that would make sense because Bulma would think, okay, well, Gohan is not in too much trouble, like I had thought, and Piccolo's not really trying to kill him, more so train him. So, Continue.
How's it going up just as much as the others? I assume that you hadn't heard the news about the big elves coming to Earth, so, yeah, you can't be all that bad.
Piccolo grunts and refuses to admit that, yeah, that was kind of true. But there's no time for that, because the Saiyans are here. They use their scouters to beat each person's power level, and are curious that the strongest here is in the Namekian.
Oh, where's the girl that bested Raditz? I wish to meet her and challenge her myself.
Bulma gulps and steps forward tentatively. Nappa reads the scouter, and it says 500.
What? Raditz lost to that? Man, I knew he was weak, but I didn't think he was that stupid. Come on, Vegeta. Let's scorch this planet and get out of here. I have no time for weaklings like this.
Don't be so hasty, Nappa. Why don't you use your pets to see what they can do? Then scorch the planet. That's right. The Cybermen are brought out, and the gang fight all 6 of them. Each of the fighters has to deal with them, as does Bulma, who actually makes light work of her one and proceeds to off the rest of them, which confuses Nappa a great deal.
Hey, what's going on?
Bulma turns to Nappa and reads his power. 4,000. It's gonna be tough, but if she uses her surges correctly, she could just about win. As the other one, that's 18,000. That makes Bulma gasp with horror. She laments that the little one doesn't intervene.
Yeah, it was me that offed your friend. What are you gonna do about it?
Bulma says, trying to mask her understandable fear. The fight is relatively equal, with Nappa having a slight advantage before she activates her first surge and gets a direct hit on Nappa's stomach, causing him to collapse, gasping for air. This catches Vegeta's attention, but he still lets his minion fight for him, and this surge got what Bulma wanted. Nappa's power is fading, and this makes the fight more and more equal. This was the right thing to do, buying time for Goku and Yamcha to arrive. Sensing Nappa's fading energy, the others pile in and proceed to devastate Nappa and ultimately defeat him. Vegeta is most impressed at this teamwork and watches his minion pass on from the result of the battle. He then jumps in and proceeds to curb stomp all of the fighters, with Bulma and Piccolo being the only ones who could put up any kind of resistance towards him.
That makes
Bulma
sense.
then even tries to use a second surge, which does nothing, and Vegeta smirks.
What's the matter? Your tech let you down?
Before knocking her out. Just then, 2 power levels catch his attention, as Goku and Yamcha arrive to make their presence felt. Yamcha tends to Bulma, as Goku then proceeds to begin his fight with Vegeta, and that proceeds, as in the original, right up to the point where Vegeta transforms into his great ape Zoro form. Bulma wakes up to watch the silhouette of the giant Vegeta before her, and laughs to herself weakly.
Just as I thought. It's time.
She gets up gingerly and then shouts,
Sayonara! Action!
Far away, a metallic door opens up from capsule core, and out of it flies a giant version of the armor going at Mark III. The Sire Buster mech, in all of its glory, arrives as Goku is being trounced by the giant Vegeta, who can't sense the giant robot arriving because it doesn't have ki.
I could see her doing that. Equivalent to a Hulkbuster. I know why. I know why she did. Yeah, that would make sense. If Bulma can make an armor, she can make a giant robot. There's no question about it. The Red Ribbon Army could make a giant robot with a flamethrower. There's no reason why Bulma can't do it. Yeah, a giant Ozaru Buster instead of a Hulk Buster, an Ozaru Buster. Good shit, Masako.
Nor hear the tiny little Bulma shout out. What he can sense, though, is the shaking of the ground as the robot lands. Now, big thanks to Chancellor for his idea about a giant robot being used here, and everybody else loving it. It makes so much sense, and big up to him for the overall design as seen here. He did a great job.
He did.
For those of you thinking that there wouldn't be a giant robot in Dragon Ball.
Yes, there would.
Of course there would be.
Yes.
Toriyama's children loved Super Sentai, so why not throw in something like Ultraman? You know.
And for those of you who don't understand, the Red Ribbon Army had androids, giant robots, just tech of that nature. If the Red Ribbon Army can do that, what makes you think Capsule Corp can't do that? Seriously, what makes y'all think Capsule Corp? Bulma made a time machine and had it be transportable in the size of a capsule. So y'all telling me that a robot can't exist? Yeah, right. A giant robot can't exist in Dragon Ball? Okay. Y'all tripping. Some of y'all tripping if y'all think that can happen.
Toriyama absolutely loves deriving things from pop culture. Why not? Bulma flies up to the robot and leaps in, connecting her suit to the power grid and thanking her lucky stars that she has one surge left to help power the mech. It gets into a stance and tells Vegeta that she will stop him with this new form. Vegeta scoffs at this.
What? This is just more of your lousy gadgets, woman, that I will crush it in his...
The Sire Buster does what it intends to do and busts Vegeta in the face.
The Sire Buster.
Before the two of them start to grapple.
Oh, that's some good art.
Like
I like that
Goku
art.
gathers energy to power a giant spirit bomb, which Vegeta tries to thwart with his tail, but the other Dragon Team members act as decoys, as well as lending some energy themselves. Bulma is giving it all that she's got, and Vegeta is roaring with frustration.
How can this be? How are you matching the power of the mighty Ozaru?
By outsmarting you, Prince. Goku showed me something like this when he was a kid, and so I figured that, hey, maybe it's best to go big.
Her visor from above covers her face, and her last surge is activated, landing a major headbutt on Vegeta, which is enough to make the prince fall backwards and become disorientated, which then in turn allows Goku to activate and throw the spirit bomb, and it hits Vegeta directly. But it's not enough to destroy him, it's enough to keep him down though. And with that, Bulma uses the mech to cut off Vegeta's tail, and he reverts back to his normal form. But then, the robot lets out a warning that it is about to overload, which is Bulma's cue to get out of there. She exits the suit and it flies back to base. The deal is done, so it would seem. However, Vegeta comes to and tries to get back to his pod, barely able to move, but Goku lands before him and the others, letting him go. Bulma is at first shocked, but then allows it, which catches everyone off guard. Bulma? Of all people, why are you letting him go? Bulma can sort of understand now what Goku thought, and why he let Piccolo go all those years ago. It was a feeling of unfinished business, sort of. That, and there was some kind of allure that Bulma had to Vegeta. She wanted to see the prince again. To fight, yes, but it was a mystique that she couldn't quite explain. And as Vegeta is allowed to depart, vowing revenge, of course, Goku falls to the ground, completely and utterly exhausted. Yamcha is then keen to give Bulma a hug and tells her about what he had learned, Kaioken. Bulma is certainly intrigued at this, and the two of them fly back to Capture Corp to further train, and for Bulma to try and learn Kaioken herself. But the engineer can't shake the thought of Vegeta off. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. So
Oh, man.
Do you think that anything will come of these feelings? How will Kaioken factor into the development of the suit, and now the giant Sire Buster? Leave a comment below, and let's get this discussion going. And I shall see you in the next video. Catch you later.
Alright, Masako. Honestly, in my opinion, the reason... Hold on, stop it. Ain't nobody told you to play. In my honest opinion, the reason why, you know, Goku or Bulma would probably let them go, like the same feeling that he was saying about Piccolo and Vegeta, is because they feel as though, even though they had evil intentions, they had bad intentions, very, very selfish intentions, they could be good people. It's just that their views are different than what they are, because you gotta understand, humans believe that, a lot of humans believe that we are the only planet with life, and especially in Dragon Ball, humans believe that it's the only planet that exists with life, where it is like other planets that probably do exist with life on it. And when you look at Piccolo, who is not of Earth, or Vegeta, who is not of Earth, they have different views. They want to conquer. They have means to conquer, means to do different things. But then when, you know, those two different people clash, and like the blows are done and over with, somehow, somewhere or another, you don't really want to, you know, end their lives, but like you're intrigued by who they are and where they came from, and if we could, you know, work together or just compromise or get along. And that's actually what happens in Dragon Ball. Piccolo decides to just get along with Goku and his family. He raises most of his kids, Goku's kids. Freaking Bulma falls in love with Vegeta and his Saiyan pride, because there was something about him that just made her think like, he just won't give up. There's a sense about him that's just different. Vegeta, he went from hating them to tolerating them to just say, okay, well, this is my family now. Even though I don't want to show it that I care about them, I still do care a great deal. So yeah, I think just the fact that Goku had sensed that they were good people and they could be welcomed into his life in like the original story of Dragon Ball period. Goku never really wants to kill people. He wants to really get along with a lot of people. Even when he was a kid, he wanted to do that. So it would still make sense how Goku would just, you know, let them live. The same way for Bulma, because Bulma, even though she was rational, she was young, and not as rational when she was young, she didn't want to kill people. That she thought that was nasty for like hurting people, like killing people. So yeah, I don't think she would want that to happen. Hell, she wasn't even the least bit worried when Piccolo had Gohan in this story. She was like, well, you did help us, so I guess you're not all that bad. You know? But that's just my whole take on the whole thing. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm right at all. Let me know what y'all think. I want to hear what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you think about this. As such, this is MasakoX. Happy Dragon Ball Sunday to you guys, and I'll most definitely see y'all again next time. I'm out of here.